Welcome back, Vicarious viewers. My name is Vicente, and tonight I will be watching Season 2, Episode 8 of Mindhunter. Tonight is actually my binge night. It is the night before Halloween. Technically almost about to be Halloween now, but I do want to watch Episode 8, finish it off with the season finale right after that, because I cannot wait to find out what happens. Will the team be able to solve the case in Atlanta? Will Wendy be able to maintain her relationship and make sure it doesn't bleed into her work? Because it is a dangerous time for lesbians of this era. Like, how will her superiors take it if they find out? I feel like some of that has to come out. She has already given her taped confession of her own history when talking to another inmate, and they kind of brushed it off as way to improvise and lie to this person, but will they find out? How will they handle it? What's going to happen with Tench and his family? Is his son going to be okay? And are we going to have any time to get to BTK? Because we're getting little nuggets here and there, but they are really pushing us towards the end. I really hope he wasn't something planned for Season 3 this entire time, because they are in pre-production talks about doing Season 3, but I don't think anything's like for sure set in stone besides negotiations at this time, and probably talking to all the cast members, negotiating salaries, trying to get them all to come back. Will everyone come back? We can only cross our fingers and hope. But since this is my binge night, I don't want to do any editing tonight because holidays. So I will be watching these two episodes of Mindhunter, then I'm going to watch Army of Thieves, which is the follow-up to Army of the Dead, which came out earlier this year. I'm so excited to find out what happens to Dieter at the beginning of the zombie apocalypse, because he was such a fun character and such a cutie in the first movie, and I was so sad that, spoiler warning, he died. But, and if I have some more time at the end and I'm not too tired, I will probably watch some more of Marvel's What If on Disney Plus. But first up, Mindhunter. But I figured for the night's festivities, I will make myself a drink, and I have a grapefruit blossom. I just named it because I tried looking to see if there was an actual cocktail out there with these ingredients, but I couldn't find anything. But if you know what this is called, let me know. I'm just calling it a grapefruit blossom for now. It is 1 shot of gin. I love Hendrix. This is not a sponsorship. 2 dashes each of Angostura bitters, orange bitters. Fill it up most of the way with some tonic until about like the last inch of the glass, and then top it off with some pink grapefruit juice. To your own taste, you can add more or less. I find the botanicals from the gin and the bitters mix really well with the tartness of the grapefruit juice and the slight sweetness of the tonic water. So tasty. This was full all the way, but I had to drink a little off the top just so I could walk it into the room. Very tasty. Also, if you want to see all of my full-length reactions to the second season of Mindhunter, and basically all of my content ever since WandaVision, go ahead and hop over to my Patreon, where you can join for $5 and see all of my videos there, including some exclusive content like my reaction to the Snyder Cut of Justice League, and more exclusive content going forward, because there are a lot of things I want to watch, but I don't necessarily have time to put them into my schedule for editing, so I think I'm going to be throwing in some like extra movies and just throwing them on my Patreon over there. So let's go ahead and jump into this episode. Oh, is this BTK? Okay, getting a little more of him. If we are going to be dealing with him this season, he better ramp up shit. Oh, man of the house. Abort mission. And that's probably all we're going to see of him this entire episode, right? It is frustrating. What's with all the crumbs they're laying for us if there ain't going to be a nice snack at the end, right? And after that frustrated look that one mom was giving Holden when he was late to get the crosses up, I'm wondering how much more cooperation or even good, what's the word I'm thinking of? I'm totally spacing on the word right now. Good rapport, or something, like good, feelings between them. I'll think of the word later.
The task force investigating the murders is costing taxpayers taxpayers $150,000 per week. Junior
Quite the
has
bill
announced
for
that
that time.
now Frank Sinatra will throw a charity concert here in Atlanta. All proceeds will go towards the investigation.
Frank Sinatra? Okay, that's like a high-profile spotlight that the killer could not resist.
Possession may be all we got to squeeze it with, if we get the chance. Help that.
Oh, the dude in the red brick house.
Highlight our entire evening.
And just 9 hours to go.
Reboot. Well, here we go. Another scintillating conversation.
Might go out and give me another kid.
See they found that Junior kid.
Yeah, fucked up my truck with that go-kart. I told him I was gonna fucking kill his ass. Or I might just hit the hang.
That enough for a warrant?
Even in Georgia.
Listen, the DA might not be that sympathetic to me.
Do you know what will happen if word gets out that we're ignoring other leads to focus on a black suspect?
We have no intention of undercutting those relationships, but we have 19 dead children and no suspect.
We do this or we wait for more bodies.
Yeah? What's your priority right now?
I don't want to hear from any quarter that we're looking for a black suspect.
Yes, sir.
No one wants to see that someone's eating their own.
Yeah, that sounds like a simple print job.
We'll need to get them placed.
You got your PO number?
No, how do I get that?
We gotta get that off your work order.
More bureaucracy.
As soon as you get that, though, we'll get those flyers out. I promise you that.
Oh my god. So much bureaucracy. It is aggravating.
Ready. I'd like to talk before we go.
Oh boy.
Okay. You're right. I need to be more forthright in asking for what I want. And I want you. Okay?
Aw. Okay, nice and sweet before you put your foot in your mouth.
Shit. I swapped weekends, I forgot.
What?
Fuck. Just wait here, okay?
Oh shit.
Who is it?
Just
Whoops.
wait for a minute.
Her son. That's quite the thing to forget. Don't get seen.
I'm working on
Is there someone here?
it. No. I might introduce Nick to a friend this weekend.
Is it someone important?
No, it's nothing. Oh, buddy, got your backpack?
Shit.
Work?
Fuck. Damn it. Damn it.
Do you get a lot of kids hanging out unsupervised?
They like the arcade.
He might be scoping them out in some place all the kids are.
We should put flyers in here too.
Here.
Hunting ground.
Exactly.
Nancy?
So many dirty dishes. She probably feels like she has to watch them constantly now.
I was thinking about the couch. There's no point paying new verse for something like that. He was in the bath today, and I saw it in the mirror, and I was so relieved. Relieved that he wasn't really mine. His body didn't come from my body.
Holy
None
shit.
of it was my fault. You need to pick him up today. I'm going out.
He's starting to
Tomorrow,
lose her.
maybe, I'm not sure.
Dang, I was thinking that maybe he would, like, lose her and she would take the boy, but maybe she might just leave on her own.
Signed work order, PO number, a vendor's bid.
I'm sorry, but you're too late.
You're saying there's no possibility of...
Nope, not in this time frame. Sorry.
Well, do it anyway.
If I can help with anything else, though.
Maybe that's part of why she went out too. It's like, you see him when he comes out of school. You spend time with him. You see his demeanor and tell me that everything's okay right now.
My dad used to take me for ice cream right after we'd go fishing. I ever tell you that?
Oh yeah, you could still smoke inside a restaurant in front of your kids. Can't do that no more. Thankfully. I used to be really allergic to cigarette smoke when I was little. Thankfully, none of my immediate family smoked.
I'd never caught anything
But
before.
if I ever smelt it, like in public, around other people,
Flapping away.
my eyes would get so itchy. He spoke. And my breath would get all wheezy. It sucked. I don't get that kind of reaction anymore, but I just don't like the smell. I can't stand it. Kissed a smoker once. Not again.
I need to know that you're okay. Or whatever it is. I just need to know. Because this scares the shit out of me, Brian.
That's all he ate. Damn. I would have wharfed down that whole thing. That's what I need to do tomorrow. I'm going to go get myself an ice cream sundae for Halloween. It's getting cold, but there's always time for ice cream. Is this number 21?
Not confirmed, but they think it's Curtis Walker. Missing about 3 weeks.
Can I talk to you for a minute?
Are you going to confront him? Like, what the fuck are you doing on these 3 days you're out of town every single fucking week?
21 victims, no suspects. And the guy I'm supposed to lean on, if he's even around, has to be brought up to speed?
I'm doing the absolute best I can.
Well, it's not enough.
But I don't work for you. And the family issue I'm dealing with happens to be that my 7-year-old son watched 3 other children murder a toddler.
Thank you for some honesty.
I don't
Finally.
need your sympathy. So you want to help me? Show some fucking professionalism.
Well, if you'd
so we
only...
don't look like we got off a plane with a suspect we're tailoring all of our insights to support.
If you'd only given him this information from the get-go, maybe he'd be more understanding. That is a lot to drop on someone when they're already frustrated with you and not knowing what the fuck is going on.
So how do we cover hundreds of miles of riverbank?
That's a lot of manpower. And we'd be putting all our eggs in one basket.
Sir, we've made no progress. If Holden says this is the way to find the guy, I think it's time we listen.
Support. There we go. Thank you, Tench.
Use recruits. Can't carry a weapon, but they can be eyes and ears.
Thank you, sir.
4 weeks. If it takes longer, we'll just figure that out when we get there. Thank you. Do hope this works, gentlemen.
Here we go. Out by the river in Georgia. So many skeeters, probably.
Thank you, Lewis.
No problem. They say awake no more.
Nights are rough. When we get them, it'll be worth it.
We don't even know who we looking for.
You have some pretty good ideas.
Profile's bullshit. Some black guys running around killing black kids? No way.
No one even wants to believe it. Oh God, did you run out of spray? Looks like some good breakfasts. What hotel are they staying in? I think the best complimentary breakfast I've ever had was when I was in England. I was staying at the Novotel. And yeah, they brought you a nice tray of breakfast to your room in the morning. The night before, you would just fill out what you wanted from their checklist. So tasty.
Even working recruits at intern wages, I have to shut it down. This is our last week.
You can't do that.
We're out of money. Sorry.
When? Are you there? I'm downstairs, if you're there.
I'm coming down.
She's upset what she heard her saying to her ex, but I mean, her downplaying it to him doesn't necessarily mean that's exactly how she feels with her.
Can we talk?
Of course.
Upstairs?
Here's fine.
So cold.
You're not returning my calls.
I wasn't sure who was calling. I find it a little unnerving that someone who places honesty over everything else can lie quite so
Lie?
You're a completely different person. To think that you actually made me feel bad about myself.
She sees it as hypocrisy.
This is about you.
You want honesty. You're not who you think you are.
Fuck. And shit was going so well, too.
Wait, what does $10 normally buy?
Well, 5 for a picture.
From who?
Did they go to a brick house in Lakewood?
Ah, Brown House, by the stadium.
Has anyone been questioning the kids?
Come on, boys. Last ride.
Last ride is at the end of the 4 weeks already?
Everyone's falling asleep out there.
Everybody awake out there?
I just heard a splash. Got anybody on a bridge up there? I just heard a loud splash.
Is this him?
Wayne
The camera
Williams.
dude. The one that came in with the press.
Mr. Williams.
From 2 or 3 episodes ago. 2? End of episode. Oh, is this him? Would it be that easy? Okay, so that was episode 8, the second to last episode of Mindhunter to date. And we have someone driving across the bridge and throwing something into the river. They said, heard a splash, heard a splash. So, is this the dude? He seems fairly calm, but that could just be him trying to play it off. It was like, what splash? Splash? You heard a splash? Why are you pulling me over? That would be awesome if this is the individual that they have been looking for. Hopefully next episode they can find some evidence in the car. They find out he's living in a brown house near the stadium. Maybe the puzzle pieces will all start falling into place. Though, I can't imagine that there will be pushback. Like the fact that they arrest this guy who happens to be African American, and the mayor and DA and all, and be like, we're not about to throw the book at this African American suspect because he's African American. We're looking for the Klan. And so I can imagine there may be some political drama that's going to come out of this as too. Even if they find the evidence, there might be pushback from people. And we literally just have one episode to wrap it all up, so I think this might be him. Then, of course, we have Tench and his family drama, and I do believe that his wife is beginning to drift, and especially with her mentioning there that she was glad that he isn't her actual son, makes me think that she might dip soon. He might get home and she might say like, hey, you take him out or pick him up or drop him off at school or something, and when he gets home, she might be gone. That is an entirely likely possibility at this point. I think maybe that she just can't deal with it anymore and she's tired of him not being there. Hopefully that's not the case, and if they are able to wrap up this Atlanta thing quickly, then he can finally return home and show her that he is there again, and maybe that will stave off her wanting to leave. Speaking of relationships, then you have Wendy, who, it breaks my heart because it seemed like they were doing so well, and her recommendation of her like moving into the spare room was kind of offensive to someone that you want to be in relationship with. I mean, as personal experience, like when I've dated guys or been with other men and they don't want to be seen in public, or they don't want to go out on a date or anything like that because they're still in the closet, or they have fears of being seen by people from their family or their circle of friends, it hurts. It really does hurt. And I even keep telling myself that never again, and I'm going to try to find someone that's out of the closet and comfortable with who they are. But we can't always control like who we find in our lives and who we fall for and get close to. And some circumstances just are uncontrollable. But at some point, you do need to take a stand and be like, this is what I want from my life, and are you going to fit into, or at least make an effort to give me what I'm looking for? But I mean, there's a lot of give and take, because love is a two-way street, and you both have your motives in your lives, and you try to make them fit as much as possible. Love sucks. I do hope that they can find some kind of reconciliation in the end, some catharsis. Maybe each of them is able to like give and take a little in their expectations of what their relationship is going to be and make it work. Because love is a compromise, but there should be things that you can ask for in a relationship, and there can be things that you can compromise on as well. Because finding that perfect match is damn near impossible. People are just too different. And sometimes those little differences help us balance each other out and keep things exciting. And last but not least, BTK. Just that, 10 to 20 seconds at the beginning of the episode, and I don't see him playing a big part in the next episode. There's just too much else going on at this point. So I think like he might finally pop on their radar at the end of the episode, and I'm thinking cliffhanger. But I won't wait any longer. I'm going to wrap this up and get started on that episode right away. Let me know what you thought of this episode in the comments down below, but otherwise, hit like and subscribe if you enjoy reactions like these. Ring that notification bell so you don't miss a single one, and thanks for stopping in for this Vicarious View.